Double lip, palm pass, either side, shit fine. Nothing like a change, clean as spit shine. Turn a black king to a red nine. Take a sip of red wine and my money fed mine. We can back out, cash out, one move at a time. Nothing like doing the change that'll blow the mind. White pass, palm pass, that ain't nothing, man. How do things you wouldn't believe that someone can? Watch your card, keep your eyes fixed, man. What about to take place, make you think you're sick, man? But I ain't playing games, I ain't strict plan. I'm just showing you the moves, let it do what it can. Just pay attention, everything will be fine. Run and get your remote, in case you wanna rewind. You about to witness one of a kind. Jane Omalazara, you're next in line, go! Woo! Yeah. It's crazy to me that I'm sitting right in front of your face doing these things and you can't even tell. You know what I mean? Watch it, watch it. Ready? You ready? You ready? Yeah.
Welcome to Color Changes. My name is Jay Noblezada. What you're watching right now is the first DVD to ever focus solely on card magic's most powerful effect, the color change. If you're serious about your card magic, listen up. Guy Vernon, the father of close-up card magic, said, the strongest effect that you can perform with a pack of playing cards is to change the identity of one card into another. Well, how do you do that? What are the best color changes? In all my years of performing close-up card magic, I found that there are tons of color changes out there. There are so many, but there are only a select few that actually get me the impact that I want and that are worth your time. So I've done all the work for you. What I've done is I've sifted through every color change I can get my hands on, and I've put them together. I've taken the best ones, the ones that will work for you in the real world. You guys are in for a treat. There are over 12 high-impact color changes on this DVD, plus some other bonuses that you'll find along the way, some special things that we've added in for you. Okay? In the Dirty Work section, your angle button on your remote control is alive and waiting for you to press it. That way you can pick the angle that you want. So when you're watching the Dirty Work section, it's going to look like a regular screen, but if you press the angle button on your DVD remote, you can actually get a different angle. So you're in total control of your learning curve. You can pick which angle you want to watch, and you can learn these color changes at your own pace. Alright, so have fun with this DVD. Actually get a pack of playing cards and follow along. I've specifically designed this DVD so you can learn right now. You don't have to watch it straight through, and it's not going to take you weeks to learn these. You should be able to get them very soon. Okay, so grab your pack of playing cards, follow along, and have fun. This is the one-handed snap change. What you're going to want to do is be able to do a double lift. And if you don't know how that works, it's taking two cards and flipping them over as one. Okay? And I turn mine over sometimes a little bit fancier by grabbing the corner of the double. I have a break above two cards. The thumb hits the corner on the back. The middle finger comes on top. And I can pick up that double and use my third finger and first finger to pivot the double around. Okay, so I'll turn here so you can see it. I've got my break, grab the corners, pivot the double around. Now I have a break above that double, and I'm showing a 10 of hearts. My thumb is going to go in the break, and I'm going to pick up the two cards as one with my first and middle finger on top, being careful not to expose the two cards. Pick up the two as one, and I'm going to execute a snap change, but without using the left hand and hitting it. It's all going to be done with the right hand. And it happens like this. I'll do it in slow motion. Okay. And the card's going to change. You're going to do this in a snapping motion very, very quickly. So come in close here and check it out. Two cards are together. Fingers on front, the middle finger comes straight back, and the thumb pushes from the back, pushing that back card out into the front. Now I'm holding it with my first finger and thumb, and that card that was in front before is being held by the middle finger and the top of the thumb. So let me show it to you from the back. I'm holding the two cards here. The middle finger pulls back, thumb pushes forward, exposing that second card. Fast motion from the back, just like that. Now if you do this slow enough, they'll see exactly what it looks like. So what I'm going to do is come in here, bring the two cards up to my face, and blow on them to make them change. Let me grab two other cards here so it's easier to see the change. 4 of hearts and a 10 of spades, okay? Flip those two over, pick them up, make the change happen. Now, I'm going to go ahead and display that 10 of spades, and as the hands come down, I'm going to drop off the card onto the pack. The 10 comes forward, and I can display it to the audience. Looks so cool. Alright, the Houdini color change looks like I'm holding the pack in mechanics grip. The right hand comes right on top, and it looks like I'm just rubbing that top card, and it changes like that. This happens just like this. The right hand is going to come right over the deck. I'm holding the cards face up in my left hand. The right hand comes over. This is a Vernon technique here. As the right hand comes on top, the pinky makes contact with that right corner and pushes that top card forward. Okay? Now we're in this position, and there's a little bit of that bottom card exposed, so the palm of the right hand can contact that second card as it comes back, and once it clears the deck, right there, I can come around, the first finger can push that card back, and I can ride on top of those fingers if I want, just like that. And I'm going to drop the card right on top of the pack. From the front, you're here, let the card fall, and make the change happen. So here it is once again, the right hand comes on top, makes contact with that corner, drag out the second card, and make the change happen. This is by far the most spontaneous impromptu change you can do, because all you have to do is turn the pack over. There's no get ready, there's no palm, you just come right over and wave your hand over and it changes. Go. Okay, once you have the Houdini change down, you can do the double Houdini change, a double color change. And this is what's going to happen. You've got 3 cards that you want to change. We're going to use a 10 of hearts. Let's use an ace of spades. And then let's use another red card like the 6 of diamonds. Okay? Now we're in this order. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change the card twice, using 3 cards. So this is what happens. It's just like the Houdini change. Okay, the card's pushed out. I'm going to push it out a little bit further so I have more room on that second card, and I have a lot of room here on the front of that top card. Now, when the right hand makes contact with that second card, same thing's going to happen. The second card clears the pack. Now, the left finger is going to ride up on the bottom of that first card. So the card comes across. Rather than leaving it behind, the first finger pushes up, and the middle finger can assist on the side if you want. But the first finger pushes up, and from the front, it looks like the card has changed to the 6 of diamonds. Okay? Now you have 2 cards riding on the bottom of the right hand. All you have to do is come over, deposit both of those cards on top of the pack, and you get the card to change again twice. It's hard to do slow because it's one of those things that just happens. It's like the card changes and it changes again right away. So let's do it again here. We've got 3 cards. Okay. Boom, there's your first change. And I'm more into a classic palm position almost, with the cards resting on the knuckles here, on the bottom of the knuckles. Okay. And start to do it and take it apart, but here we go. Boom, boom. Then you just drop everything off. So the card's going to change once and then twice.
Alright, that's good. I didn't pick up on that.
The winter change is John Cornelius's ingenious color change, and it looks like you take your hand, give it a wave over the pack, and it changes like that. So this can be done in several ways. It could be done by using the card at the face of the pack, or you can go from a double and change the second card to the top card. Let me show you the first way. From the face of the pack, what you're going to do is hold the pack in a standard biddle grip and mechanics grip here with the left hand. The fingers of the left hand push out that bottom card and go downward like you're going to go into a, a real palm. And before the card clicks off the pack, you don't want that to happen. Before it clicks off, what you're going to do is push down with the right hand. Okay? So you're in this position. Okay? The thumb comes on top to grab the pack, and the right hand can push down on that card. Now, the thumb, the crotch of the thumb here kind of pulls the cards up and the fingers extend so the card can clear the pack without making any noise. So these fingers are extended, these right fingers. So let me show it to you from this angle. Okay, so you can see exactly what's going on. Pushing that card off, extending the fingers out. Now you're in this position, so the audience sees the hand just come to the side of the pack here. Left fingers push up, and that card is going to ride on top of the left thumb. Now the card's not exposed from the top because it's right behind the knuckles. So let me turn this hand over so you can see where the card is. It's in perfect position if you were going to do a rear palm. Okay, if you can actually get into rear palm, that'll give you an advantage. Rear palm is I'm basically classic palming that card like I would a coin, but it's held between the pinky side of the hand and the thumb muscle here. And if you have a nice moisture in your hand, you can pick that card up. So the hands are nice and spread. In the John Cornelius winter change, you're riding along the thumb. If you want to get into rear palm, all you have to do is push down on that knuckle, and it'll add a concave into the card, and you can pick it up. Okay? Now your fingers are wide open. And you can just drop that card on top. If you can't do that, if you don't want to do that, just right on top of the thumb. Come back down toward the right. The left thumb comes to the side of the pack as you deposit that card onto the pack. The first finger and the thumb, first finger and the middle finger, act as sort of a barrier so the card doesn't overshoot the deck. Once it stops, the thumb can ride all the way back to the back right corner, and the change has occurred, and you can drop that left hand. So once again, the bottom card kicked out, push down, let it ride along the thumb, and let the change happen. Yep, flip-flop change. Flip-flop, 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 and then my flip-flops.
3 more, then if you take it like that.
The flip-flop change is very deceptive, but very, very easy to do. You'll be surprised how it fools people. And it just goes right over very, very, very well. And you can do it over and over again. It fools people. So let's get to it, and I'll do it in the context of a trick, since this one's so easy. Have someone select a playing card. Let's say they pick the King of Clubs. You can control that one to the top, assuming you already know how to do that. I'd control it to the top and act like I'm finding their card, pulling out a different card from the middle. I'm going to put that one face up on top. In this case, we've got a Ace of Hearts. I ask the spectator, is this your card? They'll say, of course, they'll say no, and I've obtained a break below that king. Okay, right there with my pinky. The ace goes face up on top of the pack. I'm going to go ahead and act as if I'm going to do a double lift. Okay, if I did a double lift, it would expose the king. But two things are going to happen. I'm going to slide that double over to the right. The left hand is going to take that pack and let it fall on top of the ace and the king. I'm going to hold the pack like so, turn everything over, and show the king. Done very slow, it looks ridiculous. It looks like it wouldn't fool anybody. But in real time, it looks like you're taking a card, turning the pack over, and it changes. So once again, you get your break, hold a double, okay, and that is that. Let's do it again, just so you can see it from here. Okay, they've selected the King of Clubs, taking a different card, an Ace of Hearts. Bring it over, let everything fall down on top. From the front.
I need to be ready first.
Okay, go ahead. The classic color change is the most old school way to change a playing card, how to make it change colors. And in order to do that, you're going to have to learn a classic palm, and I'm going to teach you a very simple way to hold a card in your hand like that. Practice holding a card in your hand if you don't do this already. The pressure is applied with the pinky and the base of the thumb. Okay, so these fingers are free. And if you're comfortable holding a card around, the easiest change you can do is to simply hold a card in your right hand and hold out, as they say in card magic, by just holding the hand down to your side and present the pack. You can show an indifferent card on top, like the 5 of spades, and just come over with the right hand, deposit that card, and wave the fingers. Okay. So from a classic palm position, simply come over, drop that card on top, use the first finger and the fingers along the side to square up the card before the hand comes away, and then you can wave, make your magic happen like that. Now, how do we get into classic palm? Well, there's several ways to do that. If you want to take the card from the bottom, this would be called a bottom steal, or color steal as they say. Simply push out the card just like from the winter change, but you're going to use the pinky and the base of the thumb as a guide point, because when the card hits that point, you know it's time to stop pushing. Okay, the thumb's on top of the pack here. You simply grip the card like I showed you before with the pinky and the base of the thumb. It slides right off the bottom of the pack. Okay, that right hand can come away. Relax as you re-grip the cards in the left hand, and you can make your change happen. So once again, push off from the bottom, grip, come away, the hand can come up, and you can make the change happen. Now, one of the really cool bottom color steals that I was taught was the Nate Leipzig variation on the bottom steal. And you can learn this one. It's a little bit harder to do, but it'll fool a lot of magicians if they are burning you real hard. The cool thing is the left thumb never leaves the side of the pack. And it looks like you're just holding the cards this way, but you can get a card into classic palm from the bottom of the pack without having to grip the deck at all to make the change happen. And this is what's happening. The grip is between the base of the thumb and these fingers here on the side. Just like that. You're going to push out the card here. Now, what's going to happen is you're going to get a triangle when you push the card out far enough, right here. That triangle that's formed is a space for your pinky to get in and grip the deck. Once you're in this position here, the right hand of course is covering, but the fingers can push that card upward against that hand and you can come straight up. Okay, now I'll do it again. Push out the card, get the pinky in the triangle. Now you're in this position. So it shouldn't look like anything happened. From the front it looks like you're just here and you're just displaying that top card. Now the bottom fingers can push the card up into the hand as the pinky grips the card and the base of the thumb, like before, they grip that bottom card and you can come straight up. You might get a click of the cards, and in time you'll get a feel for it. You won't have to worry about getting this click. So I'll do it in a way where you hear the click. Okay? You come straight up, the corner of that bottom card will give you a click sound, which is no good. It's a telltale sign of something happening. Another way to get into classic palm is taking a card from the middle of the pack, which is known as a side steal. I'm going to teach you a very simple side steal you can do. Let's say you have someone pick a card by saying stop as you riffle through the pack. They stop at here the Jack of Hearts. You simply get your pinky in front, keeping a break above the Jack. Now you're going to want that card into classic palm, so you keep your break. You can turn over the pack by keeping a break here. There's your Jack. You can glimpse it if you want. So you've turned over the pack, retaining your break. Now the Jack's on the bottom. You need that Jack up against the top half of the pack. So you can readjust by gripping with your thumb, picking up that Jack, and moving your pinky to retain a new break. Now the Jack is here on the bottom of the top half of the deck, upside down. A little confusing, but we're going to steal that out just like we did off the bottom. So the fingers come into the break, push that Jack out. Okay, if you wanted to control that Jack to the bottom, you could. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to get my pinky in the triangle there. Instead of the card coming off the bottom, it's simply coming out of the middle of the pack. And I can make the top card change again. Okay, simple as that. If you want to take a card up from the middle, just get in there, just like you would a bottom steal, but you're taking out from the middle. Thumb never leaves the side. You can take the cards and make the change happen. I saw Barry Price do a color change using the Marlowe clip steel, and this is my variation on it. What's happening is you're taking that bottom card into a clip, a Marlowe clip, Ed Marlowe side clip. Okay, the left hand can hold the pack with the thumb in the middle, and all you have to do is squeeze around the pack, and the card changes. So it looks like you're just holding the cards, and by waving on top they change. The cool thing about this change is the thumb on top fools a lot of people because they're waiting for that thumb to move. In a lot of the color changes that you're learning on this DVD, you're going to have that thumb on the side of the pack, and with this change you don't have to. You can simply squeeze the pack and make the card change with the thumb never leaving. And this is what's happening. Taking that bottom card into a marble clip. That's done just like a side steal almost. You push the card over, and the card's going to be clipped between the pinky finger and the third finger. Right about here, being careful not to flash too much. So you'll get used to holding that card in a clipped position. Okay. Once it's in that position, you can position the left hand this way, where you're gripping the pack with the thumb on top. That clipped card is going to be pushed straight down on the pack, and it's going to be slid under that thumb. The thumb is going to release pressure on the pack, accepting that card right under it. And rather than coming across and sliding the card under the thumb, which I've seen people do, you can come straight down on the pack. And the reason why you can do this is because the card is going to do this. It's going to contact the pack, go under the thumb, and kind of curl itself right under onto the pack. So with the deck held by the thumb here, you simply come right down on top. The first finger can kind of come away, which is kind of neat, because they're not going to see a card in that hand. Okay, you're here, grip the pack, come straight down on it, let that card go inside, and you can come away this way if you wanted to and align the pack. But if you see that you've aligned the cards pretty well, you can simply come straight off. Come straight off of the thumb, and it's really cool because it looks like this thumb never left, which it didn't. It never left. It's just there. Come right on top of it, and the cards change. So you get into clip, pinch the card, come straight down, and everything changes. Sometimes when I do this change, I'm not completely straight. Okay? So what I'll do is I'll use the middle finger and thumb of the right hand to pinch the pack. And when you pinch from both sides, it'll square the cards up. Alright, so by using the middle finger and thumb, you can also square up the pack by giving it a little tap before the hand comes away. And this helps when squaring it. But after a while, you'll just get a feel for it, and you'll be able to gently let that card get into place as the hand comes away. So here it is one more time from the front. If you have a coin or another object, you can use that in conjunction with your side clip color changer. So there have been color changes with a coin on top, but those use gaff cards and stuff like that. This one, the card just slides right under the coin, and you get a change. Right. Alright, if you have a coin, you can use that or any other object. I've done this with dice and other small objects, but you can put an object on top of the pack, steal a card out the same exact way, and do the change right under that object. Okay, and the coin and all the cards are regular objects. So this is what's happening. It's the same exact color change, but you're just squeezing the deck, and the moisture on the hand can pick the coin up for a split second. Okay, that card comes away, come right down on top, slip it under. The same exact thing happens, and the change happens with the coin on top. Another variation on this really cool color change is to squeeze the pack in a regular mechanic's grip with the fingers over the cards. So it's not just the thumb on top, it's every other finger on top of the pack. So gripping the pack this way, you can come on top, wave your hands, and the cards change while being gripped in the hand. And this is a very, very cool change because the fingers are all the way around the pack, and it doesn't look like anything could get in or out of the pack because you're gripping it like this, yet you can still wave your hand over and everything changes. It's the same exact change. Same exact change. But you come in, that's it. Jay Sankey has a really cool color change called the twirl change. It looks like this. It looks like you take one card off the top of the pack, simply give it a shake, and it changes just like that. Of course, you're in a double position, so I want to go over that one more time. Get a pinky break above the top card, display the card in the right, drop it on top of the pack. Now you have a break above two cards, and they're back to back. So come in again with the thumb and middle finger, gripping that top card. Now all you're going to do is take that middle finger to the left side of the card, your right, my left, and you're going to pull, pivoting both cards around, just like that. And that's all that happens. Once that's done, you simply put both cards on top of the pack. You can thumb over the top single card and show it change. Now, of course, you're going to mask the spinning action with a shake of the card. This way. And I like to shake it about 2 or 3 times before it actually changes. So, like that, it looks like a visual sort of, very, very visual change right in their face. And I like this change. It's very, very simple to do, but it's just got a really cool illusion to it, like everything's happening right in front of their face and you're not cheating at all. Thank you, Jay. Okay, in this change you're going to have to do that double lift again. So go ahead and get a break above 2 cards. Pick up the double between the thumb and middle finger. That's 2 cards being held between the middle finger and thumb. The cards can be picked up and displayed this way. This is exactly what happens. Your first finger pivots the card around, showing it. And the hand comes down this way. You're going to grip the cards in between the middle and third finger, right up in that corner. That bottom card gets left clipped, and that card that's on top is gripped between the middle and thumb, and the first finger can push the card out and pivot it around. So from the front, it looks like the card has changed. Okay, be careful not to flash this little guy here, but in time you'll be able to do that nice and smooth. Pressure off the thumb as the card flicks out. Here's a crucial part of the trick. The card that it's changed into is held between the first and middle finger. That gets pivoted under the card that was previously in front. Meanwhile, remember, you're clipping the cards here, and you're going to use your thumb to pinch the cards now. Now the card that it's changed into, the ace, okay, is on the bottom. So you're going to push the card under and pivot it so it lines up with the card that is now in back. And you're still in this clip position, so when you pivot it under, everything is clipped and it can be squared up against the hand. Now you're going to grip the card here between the base of the fingers and the middle finger. And that thumb can come across, the third finger can aid in pushing the cards up, and the thumb can grip the opposite corner from the middle finger, and you grip it just like before. Okay? The fingers can come over here and assist with the squaring up of the cards if you want, but you're back into this pivot position between the middle and the thumb. So one more time from the back angle. Come away, grip the card. First finger pushes the card away, flicks off, gets pivoted under the card, gets pivoted under and squares up as the right thumb regrips, and everything can be displayed one more time. Of course, everything is done from the front, and it should look like the card is simply changing, just like that. Pivot everything under, regrip, and show it. The strange change works off of timing. That's why it's so strange. It works off of an offbeat sort of timing thing, and I think you'll get it when you start performing it. But this is what it looks like. This is not their card. Let's say they selected the 3 of diamonds. The 4 of clubs is not their card. Okay? And it's not the next card down. But watch the 4 of clubs. We just shake it, and it changes. Now, if we pan out to get the full body thing, then there's no cheating here, okay? Let's say you pick the 3 of diamonds. Well, I'm going to show you a 4 of clubs. Not your card. It's not the next card. But if I shake the 4 of clubs, we get the 3 of diamonds. This came to me over lunch. I was just messing around, and I performed it for a friend of mine, and it fooled him. So I went with it, and this is what I got. It's called the strange change. Their selection is second from the top, or in this case, let's put it on top, the 3 of diamonds. I pull out a card from the center, show it. It's not their card, as I retain a break above the selection. The card goes on top. I'm going to pick up both cards, but I'm going to do so with the hand inverted, palm down, and both cards come up this way. I've got the selection on the back, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to show the top card of the pack as the double card, or the 2 cards, drop down. The hand will casually turn palm up, revealing the selection. Of course, misdirection is all up here on the pack, okay? Because you're showing a different card altogether. All I'm going to do is take the card now and shake. And they haven't seen their selection yet until they look down, and at that time you're shaking. Or you're going in a counterclockwise motion here, and it looks like the card now appears in your hands. You can take the double card, just drop them both on the pack, and thumb off the single card to show that it's changed. Now, it might seem very obvious. It might seem like it's not going to fool anybody, but it's a timing thing, okay? Because you show them a 3, you show them another card, and you shake the 3 and change it. And it all happens in sort of a fluid motion. And the eyes of the spectator sort of do this. They go that, they look up, and when they look down, you're done. So I'll just do it to you one more time. There's the queen, okay? It's not your card, it's not that card, but if I shake the queen, I get the 3. And that's the strange change. This is the strange change, and in its original form, okay? I'll do it real quick. It's the same exact handling, but it looks like this. It's the 3, and it changes. Okay, and this is what I did. Rather than coming up showing the second card, I blow on the double card. I've got 2. It really doesn't make sense if you think about it. I take the card, blow on it, blow on the pack. The hand has dropped, and now I can shake it and make it change. So check out the demo on that one. Check out the live performance, and you'll see the timing and how it works with a real live spectator. This is the inside work on the second change. If you don't do a second deal, by the time you're done with this DVD, you'll be able to do a nice, simple second deal. This is what a second deal is. I'm going to take the top card, okay, the 7 of spades, and I'm just going to shake it, and it changes to a 4. Okay, if you do any gambling sleights, you probably already do a second. I've never was taught a second deal. Someone told me about what it was and what I'm supposed to do, so over the years I've developed my own form of doing it. It's what I was told was a strike second, and what's happening is the second card's being dealt as opposed to the first. I'm pushing over the top card, thumb's coming over, contacting that second card, dragging it out, then the left thumb slowly pivots the card back. So it looks like you're grabbing the top card, but you're actually taking the second card down. Okay, this is a simple second deal. If you do poker routines and you're dealing out cards, you're taking what looks like the top card, but it's the second card down. Okay, you can do this up here if you wanted to, but I thought, why not do it face up? If you can do it clean enough, it would look good, right? So it looks like an 8 here, and I'm going to do a second, taking the second card down and shake it, turn it into an ace. Now it's very bold, it's a very bold move, but what's happening is you're taking that second card, the ace, pulling it out as the 8 comes back, but you're going to go ahead and kill the wrist so they don't see the 8 there. It looks obvious with an 8 changing to an ace, but you can do this. You can do it this way. Okay? Okay? And let's see if I can get one card here. Yeah, let's see. The 9 of hearts. Not your card. That's okay. Hold it your hand just like this. And turn it face down. Present. Watch the 9 of hearts. If I take the 9 and I give it a little squeeze like this, it starts to change.
Yeah, man, that was awesome.
Thanks so much, guys. Thanks.
That was
All right. They don't see the change until it's too late. The card is totally away from the pack and you're shaking. If you want to do this and you want to practice it and you're afraid that it won't look good, take a jack of spades and a queen of spades. Okay, just take those. They're both spades and they're both court cards. Okay, put your queen of spades on the bottom and go ahead and force your jack of spades. You can use a classic force, or if you want to do a riffle force, you can do that too. Have them say stop, pick up at the break, giving them that jack of spades. I prefer a classic force, but that's just me. Force that card on them. Okay, their card is the jack of spades, and what I've done is I've kept the queen of spades on the bottom. Put this into the pack, but really put it on top of the queen by pulling down with the pinky, putting the jack into the pack, so it looks like you're pushing it in there. You can take the top stock and shuffle it up. It does not disturb the bottom arrangement. Show your queen. Have them look at this card and say, is this your card? Or tell them, it's not your card. I know this is not your card. Just concentrate on your card. Then you do your second change, pulling out the second card. Give it a shake. By the time you slow down the action of shaking, they'll see the jack and they'll see that it's changed. And it's a little bit easier with the court cards because they look similar already, so they won't catch the change until later, which is the coolest part. What I also do with this change is I have them hold their hand face down. If their hand is face down right there, I can do a second change, immediately hold their hand and come right under their hand and shake the card. The change is cool because it looks like the change happens under their hand visually, like they're waving over that jack and it changes to a queen. And in this case, if their hand's there, you can do it with a completely different card, like a 4 of diamonds. You take it, you shake it under their hand, and it changes into a 7 of hearts. Here's a nice little variation on the second change. If you're at a table or you're on the street, you can have them point to a spot on the floor on the table. Take your card, let's say they point right here. So I want you to concentrate on your spot. If I take this 10 of clubs, put it right there on your spot, it changes into a 3 of clubs. Like that? Yeah. Not bad, we just changed it, right? Watch them put the 2 right here. Take a big card, thinking of it? What is it?
10. Oh.
The top change is one of my favorite color changes. It doesn't happen visually, but it's something that's very, very strong, and I really like the offbeat sort of the offbeat timing in certain color changes, and the ones that I've made, they're really offbeat. They're not so visual and not so clean, but they're offbeat and they use misdirection, which is something I really like. So here it is. The top change looks like you take a 7 of spades and you simply gesture or move, and you can shake that card and change it into a completely different card. Okay? In a real life setting, you won't catch it because you use eye contact just like a classic pass. For instance, you have a spectator here. That is their card, the 4 of spades. You ask the spectator over here what card they saw. Let's say they saw the 2 of spades. Well, then you take the 4, give a little shake, and it changes to their 2. This is the work on the top change. Essentially, I'm taking the cards and switching them, just like this. A really good tip that was given to me by Joshua J was just do it. There's no real technique involved in the top change. You'll find a niche and a knack for where your fingers are, but it's gonna work for you, and the more you practice it, the easier it gets. Big mistake that most people make with the top change is they switch the cards and then they grab the second card with their fingers. If it works for you, go for it, but I just think it's all odd that you would take a card and gesture and now it's here. Okay, so that's just me. This is the way I think it should be done. You gesture with the hands showing one card. You're going to ask a question or turn your body. The hands come together. The card on top of the pack is pushed off, and the card is aligned this way. The thumb can drag that card back, and the bottom one is pulled out. In fast motion, it looks like you gesture, come away, and change. Tilford, trade show magician, who shows the entire crowd the card and has them all remember the card. And he does that with his hands. And that big action covers a small action of the change happening. So what he'll do is show everyone the card going from your left to right. The hands come together, you do your top change, and then point with the hand this way. I've used this many times. I think it's great. It works really, really neat because you're showing everyone the card, and if you're working with a big group, it's cool because everyone can see the card. You have everyone in the back and make sure they remember the card, and you've changed the cards. So simply shake, blow on it, and make it change. To the audience, this is very, very strong. They just see a card. All you did was tell them what to do to remember it or to think of their card, and you make it change. So the top change is simply coming across, switching that card. Here's a nice little change you can do if you're at a table or working on the floor. Let's say you've got a card selected, like the 10 of clubs. So we take the 10, push it into the pack, right around there, and it changes when you flick it. Okay, this is very simple. If you do a double lift, in my opinion, a double lift is one of the strongest tools you can use when performing a color change. So, I think it's very important that you learn a really good double lift. And let me show you what I'm doing here. So the first double lift I ever learned, you're simply holding a break, using a pinky count. So come in here, let me show you the pinky count. Add pressure with the thumb here, and I believe this is from a Darwin Ortiz book, Card Shark, or at the card table. Simply let 2 cards fall off of your pinky. So pressure is here, 1, 2. Okay, now you can regrip, keeping a break above those 2 cards. Come in with the right hand, grab the 2 along the pack, and flip them over. Now I'm not going to put them all the way on the deck. I'm going to kind of leave them off, push toward the front, or out jogged. Now my first finger can come in, push on the out jog, and I can regrip the 2 cards. Okay, double turn down, pushing off that card. Now it's already changed. Now it's the revelation. So if you put this in the spectator's hand or have them put their finger on top of it, the card's going to change. In their mind, the card's going to change in their hand or in their possession. So there's different ways you can do that, depending on your performance style. But this is a nice visual way to do it, because they still think that's the card from before. Okay, there's the 4. They still think it's the 4. You put it in the pack this way, not too much. You don't want to go past the border. I think if you go past the border, you run the risk of the card not coming out at all. Angle the deck down this way, and just take your hand and flick the card downward. I've got about maybe no more than a foot above the surface. The hand comes across, flip the card right around here. It's going to do a 180 and smack the table. Welcome to the bonus round. Right here we have something called the easy change, and if you look in the dirty angle section, you're going to see how to do the easy change, but I never really explained it. There are no instructions, so this is your bonus trick. This is what it looks like. Okay, you show your hand empty. You're able to take the pack, give it a little rub on top, and just simply change the color of that card. A very, very easy color change that you'll be able to do right away. Simply show your right hand empty, wave it over the pack, and make it change. Let's get a close-up shot of that, okay? Hands empty, wave over the top of the deck, and it changes. The easy change is very simple. If you watch the dirty angle section, you'll see exactly how it works. The left thumb pushes back the top card of the face of the deck's face up, pushes the card back, the right hand pivots down and kicks that card up. Okay? You swing back around on top of the fingers, and you're in a position just like the Houdini change to wave over the top and make the card change. It almost looks like a winter change, but you don't have to get into a palm with a bottom steal or anything like that. All you have to do is not show the face of the deck. Keep it face down. Show the right hand. The card gets kicked out back here, and if you hold the card at an angle, they won't see the back. They'll just see this part of the deck. Now, as this left hand turns palm up, the right hand turns palm down, and you can pivot that card up. So, as you can see, I've shuffled the pack, the hand's empty, I show a jack, the hand waves over on top, and it changes into a 3. Let me show it to you one more time from the side so you can see the dirty work. The hand's empty, come over on top, drop off that card again, and it changes. We want to do something extra special for you. We're going to give you a bonus trick. This is a trick that's in addition to your bonus. So take your pack of playing cards, throw them away because we aren't going to need them. All right? You need a t-shirt. All right, you're going to have a t-shirt lying down just like this, and you're going to fold it. Of course, not in the traditional fashion. You're going to take it, give it a snap, and fold it. All right, this is a fast, flashy way to fold your t-shirts. It makes the fold very precise, and it's quick, and it looks really, really cool. So you can really impress your mom if you need to clean up your room tonight, okay? My cousin Richard Baldomero showed me this on the internet and taught me how to do it, and I've been doing it ever since, and it really cuts down the time on my laundry. So this is how it works. You're going to want to set your t-shirts down with the opening of the t-shirt, the neck part, the collar, to your right. And if you're left-handed, just reverse the actions, just like any other instructional part of this DVD. But yeah, the collar is to your right. And if you think about the folds on a t-shirt, there's one here, here, and right down the middle. So if you're looking at the t-shirt dead on, it looks like an H. But in this case, we're going to imagine it in an uppercase I, right here. Okay? And when you're doing this fold, all you got to think about is the top part of the I or the T. Okay? This line here, and a line coming down. Okay? You're going to grab the center part of the T, come straight across and grab the shoulder part of the t-shirt that's directly adjacent to this point. Grab that. Never let go of this center fold, and never let go of this point here. The right hand comes over, straight across the T and folds, and you're going to grab this part of the T, just like that. So now your arms are crossed. Okay, and if you want to make sure that that sleeve is out of the way, you can come up this way, grab this end of the shirt. Now you're still pinching with that left hand and the right hand. So your arms are going to lift and separate, and give a few shakes to get the shirt nice and straight. Then lay down the shirt that way and fold it over. Here's your T. Grab the middle, grab here, come over, grab that side, arms unfold, and you simply shake the shirt and fold it over. Spec.
Camera.
Check, check, check.
Action.
Trick me. Check, check, check. Ready to go. Let's do it. And we're doing a DVD called Color Changes. It's a series of card tricks. J, like the letter,
J.
except bigger.
J. J.
My friend told me to say that. Stupid.
Yeah, that's like sign language. Like
Yes.
this.
There you go. No, that's a L. No, that's
That's all.
that's a L. That's like a gang sign.
It was good. It's funny, dude. It's funny.
All you gotta do is breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth.
I feel like a Star Wars character. This is good. Invigorating mountain berry. Oh hell, I'm doing all of them.
Oh, that would have been. That would
See what? Just rub the back of the two diamonds.
I know. I know. Oh! I know. I know. Yeah, that was
They're pretty hammered. I suppose we're going down to nothing. King. Oh, Jay. Oh shoot! Boom! Did you see that? Look, the 7 jumps to my pocket.
Wow.
I won't cut this
Tricky.
DVD.
No, really look.
Let me guess.
What? You know,
Oh my god. You didn't even have a pocket.
it's good. I didn't even have a pocket.
Okay, now snap your fingers and get it from here.
It was good, huh?
That was good.
All right, I got a 9. I'm gonna double down right now. All right, here we go. This is actually my favorite card. You know why?
Why?
Okay. It's very, very strange. See, it says stud because
You
it's a
aspire
horse.
To be someday.
Idiot. I'll do it again.
What are you doing?
Nothing. That's done. Okay. I just was trying to warm up. It gets better. It gets better. Okay. Hey, if you're watching this far into the DVD, Cool, man. You watch the credits. Watch them again because there's a lot of people we have to thank for making this DVD possible. First of all, my cousin Richard Baldomero. He's the man behind the way this DVD works and why it looks so great. Also want to thank Penguin Magic for making this happen. And don't forget, if you look to the credits, you're going to find all of the magicians that invented these color changes. And a lot of other greats that we stand on their shoulders, and they're the giants of magic. So I want to give thanks to all of those magicians and for thinking and creating the things that you've created. All right, one other thing before I go, for you, the performing magician, the guy that's going to practice, the guy or gal that's going to practice these color changes and start adding them to your repertoire. Good luck, all right? Work on them, get them down. These are good. These are my little babies. These are things that I've used. And many magicians in the past have based careers off of these. Some of these are seen on TV. So don't discredit them. Work on them. Be serious about them and have fun, okay? You guys take care. My name is Jay Noblezada. I'm out. Peace.
I got fooled. I got fooled. I was like, what? It was good.